This is Tuesday, January 9th, 2018 at about 8:20 a.m. and you can see they've already started their spraying campaign today, and I'm going to show you footage of the actual planes that are doing it. So here's one going across the sky here. Now what I want you to notice is at the moment the sky is quite blue. There's no natural cloud cover at all really, but later on today you're going to notice that the sky is going to be completely filled with these artificial clouds. And I'm recording this video footage, so this is incontrovertible evidence that this program is going on for whatever reason, and until we know exactly what the program's all about, whether it's toxic to the environment, it shouldn't be going on. If the whole global, if global warming really is a big problem, and there was a way to reduce the amount of sunlight, reduce the heat that the planet is receiving through non-toxic means, then perhaps this program might be an option. But if it's actually, they're using things like aluminium oxide and it's poisoning the environment, poisoning farmland, poisoning the air, and I understand that aluminium, that could well be causing Alzheimer's disease, then this is bang out of order. And I'm in Stanton, Virginia, within the town limits. The moon up there through the trees. I noticed this first, I've been in Stanton for 10 years now, and I noticed this first when I walked up to the supermarket on December 18th. I've heard about, these are bloody chemtrails. I've heard about these chemtrails, but I hadn't really paid too much attention until I saw them myself, as I say. and they were even spraying on December 25th on Christmas Day. I hate to think, if the pilots had families that they could have been at home with, but no, they were, and I can provide the photographic evidence of that. See, look how much that cloud has already expanded. It's already turning into quite an extensive block of cloud in the distance there. But if they keep this up, the whole sky is going to be completely covered in cloud, and is going to block out the sun. And thank goodness we've actually come through this this really cold snap, and they were not spraying during that period, but they started straight after it stopped. See, it goes all the way down the valley there. And the people who try and dismiss it, oh yeah, it's just vapor trails from the jets. What a load of crap. It's nothing to do with flipping. It's plainly obvious that it's something nefarious is going on here. Because we get very little, very little jet planes going, or I do, across the sky here, and the difference is, chalk and cheese. The vapor trails disappear very quickly. But as I'm showing you here, these trails are they're persistent, and yeah, the vapor doesn't turn into flipping massive amounts of cloud cover. So you can see that plane in the distance, just filling up just below the previous trail there. Whether they're actually manned aircraft, who knows, is academic. As a matter of interest, I'm going to stay recording until I see a regular plane contrail, a vapor trail. I haven't seen one yet. which just goes to show what I was saying. You know, that we have there's very little, you know, where I'm situated. There is an airport, but it's the plane traffic is not directly overhead. And look at this is something else I've noticed. If you look at the, hopefully you can see this in the video, that the sun is not, it's not hiding this. You can sometimes see in the clouds the artificial nature of them. You can see like the different colours in the clouds, which I suspect you never would see that for natural cloud cover. Like I can see like pinks in the top. You see in the middle up the top there. Yeah, and very soon, of course, yeah, the sun is going to now be obscured by this artificial cloud cover. And of course, we're going to lose the full warmth of the sun as well. That's of course perhaps one of their objectives. But one of my big concerns is, you know, is it highly toxic what they're spraying? So that when this comes back down to Earth, is this going to be making, you know, poisoning farmland and ultimately making it impossible to grow crops? You know, you might even need like special seeds to grow the bloody crops, and of course then the organic farming goes out the window. So, you know, we're going to have no choice at all, are we? So this needs to stop now. And in another photograph that I took on the day that Tim Kaine, this Virginia junior senator, came, they were spraying heavily. They don't just spray in the one direction as they are at the moment. They do create like a grid pattern. And actually, he was at a meeting in Stanton, you know, a talk, and I took a photograph with me, and I was going to try and ask a question about it. I left it. I managed to speak to him afterwards, and have emailed him subsequently. I haven't heard anything back. You know, are the Democrats, you know, there's the establishment all behind this? So look at how effective. So it was a lovely sunny day when I woke up, and now it's the temperature drop. See, I personally think this whole global warming thing's a load of crap. As is known as a fact, the sun goes through periods of a 10-year cycle of peak and full activity, and at the moment it's in the minimum. But anyone who is outside and notices the sun goes behind a cloud, the temperature drops immediately. You know, just demonstrating how powerful the strength of the sun is, you know, the warmth that it delivers. So I think that's part of, if there is like a natural increase in temperatures or whatever, I think it's nothing to do with man-made carbon dioxide, which makes up 0.04% of the atmosphere. It's a trace bloody gas. You know, it's funny. I looked up. Greenhouse gases in my 10-year-old electronic dictionary, and they were talking about Venus, where the carbon dioxide makes up 96% of the atmosphere. So of course, yeah. So if carbon dioxide is quite a good conductor of heat, then that makes a lot of sense. But that's like something like 2,400 times the concentration of the carbon dioxide we have on Earth. So there's just no comparison. Here we go. Look at this bloody jet flying across here, creating this massive. And I absolutely believe in the protecting the environment. You know, it's a given that coal-fired power stations are, you know, that it is a very dirty way to generate power. No question. So yeah, we should be moving towards solar power and wind power and all the rest of it, absolutely. But don't give me this crap about global, you know, it just doesn't add up. Now you can see another plane here. Now that could very well be just a regular jet that's actually just disappeared behind or it could be just part of the same, but you'll notice once it gets fully clear of this massive chemtrail, you'll notice that its trail disappears very quickly. Now that to me just looks like a normal vapor trail from a jet. So what a huge difference. Yeah, look at the sky now. So it's like it's completely being obscured now by a thin layer of cloud. So again, started the morning, lovely sunny morning, and now the temperature has dropped like a stone. And there's another possible regular plane in the distance there, just below the main cloud bank. Well, I hope I've shown you enough here that it's flipping obvious that they're up to something here, and as I say, I've had enough of it. And this is not just this is happening all over the country. You know, there was a video on, you know, it was happening in Virginia Beach, but I believe it, you know, it's happening everywhere, and it's got to stop.